What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Faru.
And this is a finale.
It sure
Bridgerton. I don't know why I say it like that, but it's the finale. It's season 3, episode 8. It's called Into the Light.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
What light do you think they're going into? Does someone die?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, no. Into the Light. She's going to come out as Whistledown publicly.
That's going to go well. If you want the flying thrash, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly. But if you don't, stay here because, I don't know. I'm going to say some stuff and then people are going to be mad at me for what I say.
That's just the internet, babe.
That's our channel.
That's the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I say less. So people can get mad at you and not me. Because if I did say, oh my god, you guys don't want to know.
I keep telling you, say more.
No, I know.
And you're like, I don't want to piss off. Anyway, that we're making jokes.
If I'll gladly piss off.
If you want the flying thrash, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly. We're doing this. Bye.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
Not great.
I didn't.
Fitfully.
Oh, wait, no, fitfully's bad. Wait, yeah.
I'll give you and your mother some privacy.
Wait, you do not have to leave.
I wish to.
Oh, fuck.
Good morning, Mama.
Oh.
Cressida.
Good morning. To the esteemed Lady Whistledown. I know your secret. No one would ever suspect you, as you are so very forgettable.
Jesus, Cressida, I really tried to give you the benefit of the doubt at the beginning of this season, and I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was incorrect.
Think of your daughter's love of the written word. Think of how she is so easily overlooked, allowing her to disappear for great periods of time.
Wow, Cressida, this is...
Or I will reveal the truth to the entire ton. Do enjoy your morning, ladies.
All right.
Wow. Yeah, no, fuck her.
I like having a villain, though. It's fun.
Yeah, that's true.
The show never really has, like, villains. There was that one fucker in season 1.
Depends.
Well, I would forbid it. But clearly my word is not one you choose to follow.
Oh my god.
She's right, though.
She's just lashing out.
She's not right
because
about not
she's so
telling Colin,
oblivious.
but she's right about the, like, what the shit you wrote about your sisters? Like, what the fuck?
Her Majesty has been quite forthcoming with accusations of late.
I was wondering how we would come around to that. I am closer to finding Lady Whistledown than ever before.
It's a nice chess set.
Yeah.
Will you command her to stop writing? Lock her in a dungeon?
What comes next?
Perhaps she's merely trying to stay in the game. As a vulnerable player.
You could have had me in checkmate, Lady Danbury.
But then the game would be over early.
Mm-hmm.
And what fun is there in that?
She's the best.
There will be crystal and gold and hundreds of flowers.
And we can have bugs!
Bugs? Bugs?
Yeah, did I hear that right?
The best thing that we can do right now is be out in the world so that the town does not start to think that we have something to hide.
She says, yelling at their back.
Yeah. She's so unsubtle sometimes, and I love it.
Oh, yeah.
We are out like any other family.
We are out like any other.
We should like to take residence at John's primary estate.
In Scotland.
The distance creates a true sense of peace.
I cannot wait for the quiet.
And the accents. Really beautiful accent.
Season 4, we're going to Scotland. God, I would love that.
Francesca, if you could change your fate, would you? Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Let me audition. I'll be great. I'm so kidding, Scottish people. I love you so much. As I am related to you.
Same.
be having this discussion in front of Miss Bridgerton?
She knows everything as well.
Wonderful.
Great.
I can pay her.
You have made that higher sum.
Slightly more, if we're being honest.
All this time.
Oh, what a cut.
Oh, this is still...
Yeah, I feel like
That
Benedict
night.
is in Transylvania where the sun doesn't rise or set. It's just always nighttime in Benedict's storyline.
Yeah, his timeline is different than everyone else's. 'Cause
Either
just-
that or they've been fucking for days.
No, the problem is she's still in the same dress, so it has to be the same.
She doesn't care about the same rules everyone else does, babe. She wears the same dress again. She's a widow.
After
She's not buying
sex?
I don't know.
Her readers are willing to pay to read about themselves week after week.
You do not sound as if you hate Whistledown. You sound as if you are jealous of her.
And she did not savage you in her latest column. If even Penelope can find grace for you, a family's love is enduring.
He doesn't get it.
No.
He's never had a
It's a
shit
great
family.
speech.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
he did a great job, but...
Yeah.
You take for granted that you will always have your family's support. We are not the same, Mr. Bridgerton.
Fuck.
I have a printer's apprentice who is willing to corroborate the truth. All for the pleasure of meeting the real Lady Whistledown.
Just a little extra fun to throw the ball of the season.
Think small creatures with many legs.
Yeah, no, it was bugs.
Yeah, it was bugs.
At least my sisters will be content when my actions lead to destruction.
Colin can be remarkably compelling when he wants to be.
It's not him I'm worried about.
Nah, he did good. He did good.
Yeah.
It's a good speech.
Oh, no, it's a great speech. It's just... He didn't know her well enough. He spoke about his own experience too much. Which is why he also cut Penelope out of the decision-making, right? Although, that's also her fault. He's not exactly looking to her for advice right now.
Yeah.
I will have to invent some kind of a lie. We will keep her identity shielded.
The heartbeat.
Yeah.
It is not a happy outcome.
I suppose I should not have expected any more from Cressida.
But also, it's such bullshit. Like, Cressida's like, yeah, say nice things about me, but obviously it is going to feel like it is not genuine.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is making it worse for her.
Is Colin gonna struggle to get Benedict to sign off on the expenditure?
Because he's like having threesomes? Yeah, maybe.
In the longest threesome ever put to film.
I think he's actually just living with them now.
I do like the blue light from above. That was nice. The cinematography of this is great.
Yeah. I cannot imagine trying to have sex with your hair up like that. Like, awful.
Only the Scottish could dream up such a drink. It is needed.
And it is the best drink.
Francesca seems to have found an inner courage. Yes, she has.
Yes.
At first, it was quite harsh on the palate. But with time, it grows on one.
It's still harsh.
You will have my support in Francesca's absence. And also my brother's. After all, it is not as though I asked your permission.
You don't get it. Don't worry about it. You need to watch Queen Charlotte.
Did Lady Danbury fuck Violet's husband?
I know my father was a good man. And that you have been a very good friend.
Yeah, I'm very confused.
Lady
but...
Danbury is a little bit older than Violet.
Yeah.
Things between the two of you. I will pick you over him. I shall not lose you for his folly.
There is nary a man alive with such power.
It is interesting, the conjoining storylines. What's that? Oh.
It's from Queen Charlotte. Don't worry about it.
I'll watch it after this. Eloise and Penelope becoming family, and the Agatha and Violet becoming family. These two female friendships being bonded over men.
Yeah.
Especially a party of 3.
He's like, oh, yeah, my recharge time's up. Let's go.
And we're good.
I only need a blanket for the settee.
Of course.
Damn. It's a terrible couch to sleep on.
Yep.
Is there a plot line about people finding unsent letters or unopened letters in every season, or is it just season 1 and 3?
I think it's just 1.
I couldn't remember if there's one in season 2.
He's here.
Oh, right, this guy.
Show him in, I suppose.
Uh-oh.
As if there wasn't enough going on.
I have not come on happy business, though some have told me they do find release from deception a comforting feeling.
For all the accusations, you seem poised to me.
Some foreshadowing for Penelope by the end of the episode.
Perhaps there were other ways, but at the time I could not see them. What will Lady Whistledown write about our disgrace when I am exposed? If we survive this round, we must do better.
That dress is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely your style.
I did not expect you to settle quite so far away.
Anthony and Kate are headed for India. The silence and beauty of Scotland will allow me to know myself better.
And you could not have found silence and beauty on Oxfordshire. I thought that is what love must be like for everyone. But you have shown me that there is another way, that there is beauty in the slow approach. I think you'll do very well in Scotland.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. She's so good.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
For richer and for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do us part.
God, how nice to get married without all the fucking hullabaloo that the other couples go through.
I know. And the fact you have to get a special license to do that is fucking bonkers to me.
They never hate each other. It's great. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Have I been overly influenced by the minister's treacle speech, or does Lord Anderson seem rather taken with our mother?
Have you guys not been paying attention all
He
season?
looks like a fine fellow who is very lucky that Anthony has already left town.
I feel I should greet Mrs. Mondrich.
It was a beautiful. Save a dance with me at the next ball.
Yes. That would be most adequate.
A toast,
Kills me.
if I may.
That is so much cake for 12 people.
It's for the spectacle. You know the fondant doesn't taste great.
That's true.
In this moment, when I feel so much gratitude for my new wife, I feel it in equal measure for the remarkable woman who raised her.
Let's go.
It's always the quiet ones. They're
Yeah.
the ones you gotta worry about.
Damn.
That was beautiful.
Thing I meant to evoke.
Hyacinth has been crying this entire time.
I believe the last time I nearly moved you to tears was when I first started playing.
She was not the only one. I wept in my room from the hideous chord combination.
Thankfully, Mama did not abandon me. And I shall not abandon you now.
Is that a threat?
Oh, that's beautiful. Eloise.
Bravo.
Bravo. Well done.
Well done.
Well done. All right, Pen. What do you got?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Aggressive writing.
Colin.
Colin.
Surprised her mom hasn't tried to find her stash.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Unless she just found. Oh, wait.
What?
They can just lie again. It's a bad lie. But they could say, no, we didn't. That's not the Jack money. That we lied and it was the Whistledown money. They could use that to cover the fraud. Maybe.
Come, girl. Present yourself, so that I may see what I have to work upon.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's fucking...
She would have been great as Neville Longbottom's aunt.
No, his aunt was...
Give her a vulture hat and we'd be good to go.
No, she reminds me of fucking Mary Poppins, but the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brimstone and Treacle. She just put perfume on that. Oh.
I am beginning to care for you, Benedict.
Oh. This is why threesomes get complicated.
I mean, they were fucking around before.
You were extraordinary.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not certain that Sirius is what I want.
Ah, fuck.
What has happened ever since I met you has made me realize how good it feels to be free. You've opened my world.
So let's open our relationship.
He's a fresh gay.
Yeah.
He's not ready for a relationship.
Thought you wanted the same thing.
I did.
Wow, Benedict, you're fumbling so hard right now.
I am as surprised as you are.
Oh. Yeah.
It felt good for once to want to commit to someone. Thank you for reminding me that is possible.
Benedict just needs to go
That's
off
great.
to
That's a great scene.
college. Yeah, and then come back and be ready to commit.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll be with Tilly.
I think it's tough to come back to that.
Yeah. It is hard when the person who opens it to other people is the one that's like, wait, actually, I don't want to share.
I thought you were more interested in fitting in this year.
I think I'm properly done with all of that.
There she is.
Fitting in, but not talking to a single man. No, I don't think she was called upon once this season.
Nah.
Believe me, the more I learn, the more I realize how little I know.
Yeah.
We should not let so long pass again between us before we meet on these swings to be entirely confused together.
It's
the
a
two
once a
Bridgertons
season
with
kind of
the
thing.
least together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Where are they?
Ostrich feathers and the purple orchids. Philippa, did we get them?
We got them.
Penelope paid for it.
You think so?
Yeah, she gave her the money.
Oh my god, I am an idiot.
No, it wasn't like...
No, you're so right.
Well, it must have been you. Who paid for all of this?
It wasn't our husbands.
You're welcome. Thank you.
She's also like, I don't want to announce myself as Whistledown at anything less than the best party.
Yeah.
That tight curl is leading right to her mouth, and I feel like she could like hide like a long straw or like a camelback and get like
I know, right?
have some tequila right here.
I know.
Just pour a little. What? Sorry.
God, now I want that.
Ooh.
The queen could hide that in her hair.
She has like one of those like punch bowl kind of alcoholic drinks on her head, and she's just slowly sipping it throughout the night.
No, it's her hiking wig.
The queen doesn't hike.
I know. Want to be on this show so I can just dance around in pretty dresses.
We can do that in real life.
Yeah, I said take me to a ball.
All right, I'll work on it. They really managed to pull off the purple and orange. I didn't think they were going to.
Yeah.
That shade of purple on the columns is like barely purple.
We do not have a perch for you because we did not think you would accept our invitation.
It is not your invitation that brings me here. Cease playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want that kind of power. I don't actually, but
There it is.
I wouldn't treat it well.
I received a letter earlier this week from Lady Whistledown.
Did they not tell the rest of the Bridgertons before this?
The rest of the Bridgertons? No, I don't think so. Probably just Colin.
Asking to address you all herself, to plead her case publicly.
Wait, so like Benedict doesn't know? Anthony and Kate are in India with no clue?
Not him. Her.
Not
That
surprised.
looked...
When do you think she found out?
Danbury?
Season 1.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, she's in the
all.
light.
And for anyone in this room who has ever had a taste of that, they should know it can be intoxicating.
The cut to the queen.
If she affords me the chance to continue, I mean to aim my quill more responsibly. That is my repentance.
What is life without a little gossip?
That was a great monologue.
Oh, yeah, that was... I got a little misty, like, it
No,
was...
it's good.
And it's really hard to capture that, but also play into, I am not a public speaker, you know?
Yeah.
Now, Barney! The bugs!
Oh, God. Oh!
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine. That's fine.
That's so much better than I expected.
Yep. Just all the CGI butterflies.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were going to be butterflies. Like I said, bugs. You are a genius. I know.
I love his jacket.
I love that those two just have secretly like the happiest marriage in the show.
Yeah.
They're like two goofy goobers, and
Yeah.
they're just like having a good time.
I feel like that's us. We're just two goofy goobers.
Yeah.
You did good.
I was-
Farley? Farley, I think. Yeah.
Mhm,
You
Finch.
did good. Oh.
Isn't that one Dasquith and...
No, sorry, the house...
oh, yeah.
Housekeeper. Yeah.
There is only one person who loves the Bridgertons more than I.
You knew it was me?
Oh.
I suspect it. I look forward to your next edition.
2 of them would be unstoppable.
Oh, it'd be dangerous. The
Like-
Queen would have to shut it down.
Yeah.
It would be a threat to the Queen's
Don't
power.
touch that. The fuck are you doing?
It's
She
like
went
the
to go pet the butterfly.
1700s. They don't know.
We can now tell that solicitor your money came from my writing. You'll have no recourse.
Do we get a scene with Penelope and Colin where they're okay before the end of the season?
Yeah, we have some
We
time.
have 10 minutes.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Yeah.
I do not believe I've seen my mother so quickly shocked. And also, so quickly impressed.
Oh, I guess maybe she did tell the Bridgertons.
No, they told Violet, but, like, I don't think Benedict knows. I don't know, so I don't think Benedict's here.
I simply wish to live for a little while outside our tiny bubble. Have some adventures. I promise you I will give you your space. What do you think?
As long as you stay in your wing of the castle.
You're living in a proper castle.
We?
Francesca, Bridgerton, Kilmartin. Kilmartin is my name now.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The fuck just happened? Is Francesca gay?
Cousin stuff.
At a loss for words.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow. That
Fallout
is
1776.
complicated. Wow.
Though I have heard whispers of a few.
I'm not gonna lie. I struggle listening to Julie Andrews and her impeccable voice
Uh-huh.
and watching sex scenes at the same time. It's a little bit like being on the phone with my mom or my grandmother.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I really feel like Paulin got the short end of the stick in terms of like the steaminess of their season. They got like the one sex scene
Yeah.
and then that.
Yeah.
Do you think Mama would ever let me miss her masquerade ball?
I suppose not. I will be there.
Masquerade!
But with every closing chapter, the story is sure to grow richer and deeper.
Although Eloise and her were just holding hands, are we gonna have a like Eloise, Francesca, Michaela love triangle with John Kilmartin on the side being like, what the fuck is happening with the women in Scotland?
Yeah, I don't know. That is very complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievably short sentence as Lady Whistledown. Goodbye.
He's the most handsome of them all. Yeah.
Do you think that Nicola does the voiceover from now on?
Oh, maybe.
I still cannot fully believe you had a boy. And the heir, no less.
What?
It is better than I expected.
Are you old enough to read that?
And hopefully, dear reader, you will stay on to enjoy them with me as we begin this next part of our journey. Yours truly, Penelope Bridgerton.
Wow, okay.
Oh, sweet.
House. Really, House MD is the follow-up Netflix that you would put on...
Bridgerton? Yeah, I don't know.
You know what? I really love that romantic drama. Now what I want to watch is a British man berating people while they're sick.
In a great American accent.
Great American accent.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, great American accent.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay. So much to unpack.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was a long episode.
I think... I'm pretty hot on the season. I think it's pretty good. I think the showrunner could look at the season though and look back and go, I dropped some balls. I had a few too many plot lines. So much so that I had a solicitor have 3 scenes that seemed like it was going to be very important and then it just wasn't.
It was just resolved, yeah.
But it wasn't resolved. It just never came back.
What do you mean never came back?
The solicitor, the money thing. That never. There was no scene about that.
Yeah, because Penelope is like, you can tell him that the money came from Whistledown.
Did she say that on screen?
Yeah, she did.
How the fuck did I miss that?
Yeah, no, you missed that.
Never mind. I blanked really hard. Yeah, I before we get into all the things that are great, because I do think it's mostly great.
Yeah.
I'm hoping in season 4 they trim it a little bit.
Yeah, there was a lot happening, which
And I feel like Penelope and Colin got 3 scenes in their final episode.
And that's where I struggled with it, because throughout the season, I haven't really felt weighted down by too many plot lines. Like I felt like I was getting what I needed from each one. But yeah, I think that the finale should have been more about Colin, and they kind of just yeah. It was good. Like I liked what they did, but yeah, in a lot of ways they didn't really feel like the center of it all. Like
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, there was a lot going on.
I felt like this season I feel like they struggled to weirdly, I feel like the show struggled to put Penelope in a position of being Penelope with Colin, and made it so much about the like Whistledown identity thing that their relationship got put on the back burner. And he says a lot to her, and she says she loves him a lot.
Yeah.
But there isn't ultimately by the end of the season, I was like more on board with Francesca and Kilmartin and Violet and Lord Anderson than I actually was with them as a couple, other than what they say at each other, right?
Yeah.
And for their final sex scene to be so flat was a disappointment to me, because we only got the one on the chaise.
Yeah.
But like the only like moment of private intimacy we get from them as a couple in the latter half of the season
before the lie
is before they're married.
Yeah.
Like the first time we see them have sex after their marriage was her kind of like slowly moving on top of him while Julie Andrews was speaking over it. And I feel like we didn't get the like Daphne and the Duke got so much like chemistry and intimacy, and I feel like weirdly the Duke and Daphne are more similar than I think Anthony and Kate are. Anthony and Kate's story was very different, but the Duke is the Penelope of season 1, right? Where like there is this big thing hanging over them.
Yeah.
And I love the way in the final episode they resolved that with the Duke making it about Daphne. And so I was hoping that at some point this episode Penelope would make it about Colin. And I don't really feel we got that. Penelope resolved her own plot lines, and then Colin was like, it was cool to watch you do that. We're good now. And that didn't work for me in the way that the rest of the episode really did. I thought like the resolution of her sister stuff was really cool. The ball was great. The Bugs moment was awesome, right?
Yeah.
I thought that Violet and Lord Anderson, I would have given them a final conversation. I felt like it was weird that they danced and then nothing.
Yeah.
But it feels like the show got so bloated that in trying to end, some things got dropped here.
Yeah.
And I wish they hadn't been.
Yeah, I'm fairly happy with how Colin and Penelope wrapped up their story, but I wasn't blown away. Like I think I would have liked a little more. And I think that the sentiments that were being portrayed were valid, well portrayed. Like I
agree.
You know, that was stellar. Like I was like, oh, this is like very sweet. But I just think that due to the nature of the circumstances, just a little bit more that has to go into like those conversations of making sure that, you know, everyone's okay. And I think that this is just such a TV movie thing. They skip over things like that because they're trying to focus on the romance and happy ending. Like you know, a lot.
I just don't think the first 2 seasons did, right? I felt like we got more. More focus on the main couple in the first 2 seasons, and that got lost in this season a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is that I think the reason because of that is because of just so many other things going on. So I think it needed just a little bit more. Like I said, I'm fairly happy with it. You know, I say it's like pretty good, but I think it could have had something. It could have had something else there.
I just think you could have cut the solicitor stuff because it was only 3 scenes anyway.
Well, but then you don't get the baby stuff, which is hilarious because they don't know what sex is.
Well, yeah.
But I agree that plot line is like whatever.
I think that you can get to the sex conversation another way because
Yeah,
that scene is very funny, and I agree with you on that. I just think that they could have gotten to that one scene in another way that didn't introduce something to the finale that is resolved in a line that I missed.
Yeah.
But like that scene felt very important, and it wasn't, right? Like, and so there are things in the show that even like within what we have, this was a 71-minute episode.
I know.
And I feel like Penelope and Colin were talking on screen together for maybe 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But I did love that Penelope's like, no, we're just gonna get it out there. Like I'm gonna let her to the Queen, let her to Violet, like going to try and make this right because we said she needed to do something, and I think that just stewing and not doing anything about it would have just been awful. I'm glad that there was like an active decision that was handled really well with the Queen, bringing her to the ball and also using the funds to like give her sisters like the dream ball that they wanted to throw. Like
Which
that was
great,
really awesome for sure.
It's so funny because it's that idea of like 10,000 pounds, and I have no concept of what that means because like it is really easy to spend 10,000 pounds in London right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not exactly a cheap city to travel to. And so the idea that you're like throwing a ball, but you have less than 20,000 pounds in your bank account right now is so like baffling.
Yeah, I don't know what the how much that's worth.
Well, but like a
back
turkey
then,
was
right?
like 5 pence. Like, you know what I mean? Like it makes sense. It totally makes sense. It's just funny. They keep throwing out this number and I'm like,
and you're like,
I don't really know how much money that is.
Yeah. Yeah, I also think that it was a little bit weird to have Francesca have the plot line that she does, only to have it be completely like rug pulled in the last like 5 minutes in a way that's like she's now married to John and they love each other, I think.
And they
I don't know.
Great. Until they kiss and then she's like, oh no, I'm a lesbian.
Oh. Yeah. Like
Which I love lesbians. Don't get me wrong. Like Happy Pride Month. But like
it just seems like that's an important story that they just kind of shoved in there and did not explore at all. A woman walks in the room who is now her cousin, and she's like, I
also just feel like we've never seen Francesca talk to a woman that isn't her family before in the whole show. Like, I don't actually remember a time, other than Lady Danbury, that Francesca in this entire show has spoken to a woman other than her mom.
Yeah.
And her sisters and Lady Danbury and Penelope. And so I'm kind of like, I guess like the reason we've never noticed the reason there's never been any hint of that possibly is just that she didn't know until this moment, right? But it felt like a weird rug pull on what I thought Kilmartin's like speech at the wedding was so beautiful.
I know.
And I thought
yeah.
I really liked the storytelling of two quieter people finding each other in a romance like this.
Yeah.
Where like those characters aren't the ones written about very often. And I thought that it was brave and a bold choice. And so for it to just kind of be like, oh, no, we spent so much time on this season that could have been Penelope and Colin's season on a marriage that isn't happy because she's a lesbian. Surprise.
Yeah.
Come back in 2 years to find out how she cheats on her husband?
Yeah, like she
I don't know where they were going with this.
Happy to be with him, but did not seem very happy to have to kiss him. And I was like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah.
Like this is unfortunate.
I feel bad for Tilly. I love her and I want to marry her.
All right.
Kind of. It's complicated. She is the one that introduces the threesome and then is like, I don't want to share you. And that is...
It's tough. It's so complicated.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I've been there.
Because if she hadn't been honest about it,
yeah,
it definitely would have imploded in a really harmful way.
Oh,
right?
100%. Yeah.
And they're doing something that is like, scandalous, and like they don't want that. They're not trying to be dramatic. And she was like, look, just gotta like come clean because I don't want to like lie about
She
this.
handled it the right way. She should not have been dressed so sexy for that conversation. That is a conversation that you have in like normal clothes and no exposed thigh, Tilly.
But she was like, but if I seduce him.
No. That's the thing. You want him to make the call because of his feelings, not because you're wearing a great outfit. Just a like really, really, really great outfit.
Yeah. And I think that
after
Tilly,
their like 3-week long threesome.
Yeah, seriously. The one interesting thing about that plot line though is that I think that there is always room for people to come together after time apart.
Mm-hmm.
Like not setting expectations of like, you know, you have to like wait for me or we're going to come back to this.
Yeah.
But I think that like leaving that open where they were very amicable, obviously, you know, no one's feelings are hurt, right? Like Benedict.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
I mean,
Tilly's gonna be smarting for a few weeks.
No, I mean she's hurt, but it was never like his intention was not to hurt her.
Yes,
right.
yes.
His intention was to be honest.
There was no maliciousness in it.
Exactly, and I think that leaves that door open a crack. If there's ever, if Benedict decides to fuck around for a little bit and comes back, and if Tilly still has the same feelings and hasn't found someone else,
I don't think so. I think that Tilly in this moment going, it's good to feel this. I think that by the next time he sees her, she's married.
Oh, like that is very, very possible. I'm just saying I love how they handled it because it just just felt nice, even though like it sucked for her, right?
Yeah.
Like it sucked for both of them. He does not want to hurt her in that way.
Yeah.
He's not gonna lie to her about it, right?
I do wonder, moving forward with the show, right, for season 4, if we're doing 2 Bridgertons a season from now on, right? You could do a like Benedict, because we kind of did Francesca and Colin this season. If we're gonna do like a Benedict and someone else next season, I don't know how this show, given its kind of confusing politics around certain things, how it wraps up Benedict's storyline as being a recently self-discovered queer man.
Yeah.
And then the next year he realized he married a woman and that was the happiness that he always seeked. I feel like that will be an ending for the show that I would feel is a little bit dissatisfying.
Well, but that's why I think that
if he just gives up on his new identity.
No, but I think that perhaps that like that's why that door could be open with Tilly, right?
But she does not want to share him with another man. Right?
She doesn't?
No, that was the whole thing. She's like, I saw you with him and I realized I didn't want to share you.
She didn't say that.
Yeah, she did. That was that was what her realization was. That's why.
Oh, I thought she was like, look, he's a friend, but I feel like I am feeling something more than that for you.
Yeah, and
I want
so she's like, I didn't realize
to just be us tonight.
I feel like after that she said about like, I realized I didn't want to share you.
I guess I missed that because I was under the impression that Benedict could go fuck around, come back, and then marry,
I think that's what she didn't want.
What?
I think that is what she was like, I actually don't want that anymore. My feelings have changed, and I don't want the like fuck around situation that I have with Paul.
I just think that like, if you find someone that you like and you like doing that with, then like they could just do that, but like together.
Right. No, and like. We get that because that's what we do, right? Like, that's our vibe. But, like, we've said it so much on the internet at this point that, like, does it matter?
I don't know who's watching our Bridgerton reactions.
Fair.
They may not be the same as book club.
We're both bi. It's pan, whatever. We're both very open.
Doesn't matter.
I like the bi flag more. I know that's such a dumb fucking reason.
The colors are pretty.
But I don't, like, the pan flag sucks. It's such a
silly.
It's not cute.
Wow.
It's not a cute flag. I'm sorry.
Wow.
The bi flag kicks its ass.
Okay.
The best queer flags are the like full rainbow, the bi flag, and the trans flag.
The trans flag.
The trans flag is pretty good.
Pastel colors.
Yeah, it's sick. Those are the 3 best ones, and then after that, you get there's some weird ones. The new one that someone put where it was all the flag colors stacked together. That thing's a fucking nightmare to look at.
That's a lot.
It was too many colors.
That's a lot.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love all my pan friends. I love you so much. I just don't like the
like
colors
your
of your flag.
Wow.
It also didn't exist when I was a kid and like discovering myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so like I've just always thought of myself as being bi, but like I would never.
No,
I don't discriminate about body
I get
parts.
you. I think that the whole like not being able to have that like sexual freedom, it makes it weird if Benedict comes back next season and is like, I'm gonna find a woman and
I'm gonna find a wife.
That's it.
Or is season 4 Penelope uses Lady Whistledown, which I think is what she's still calling the column Lady Whistledown, but signing it Penelope Bridgerton, which I think is a good choice. Don't change the title. Lady Bridgerton is not a good name for your column. It's a good name for the show though.
Yeah.
Does Penelope use Whistledown in season 4 to try and sway the queen for gay rights? Does this become the Pride season and Francesca and Michaela kill John in Scotland where no one will find out about it and come back as lesbian lovers?
Wow. If that is the plot of next season, it's just going to be like How to Get Away with Murder, and then Viola Davis is going to have to come in and...
I would fucking die if Viola Davis came in as, like, the Queen's cousin or something. Can you imagine?
Honestly,
oh my god. Viola Davis coming in as an antagonist for Lady Danbury would be that would be next level.
Yeah. We would not be ready for that. The only person I don't think we've touched on is Cressida. Because honestly, she fucked up so bad that I'm like, I feel bad for her, obviously. Like,
I have incredible empathy for her.
Yeah, but also, you handled that so poorly.
But here's the thing. I feel like I was Cressida Cowper's biggest fan at the beginning of the season. I was trying.
We were both here for her, okay?
And I honestly, I know this is going to sound weird.
To get together.
I do. I still want that. I want a redemption for her. I don't want the show to scuttle her away and just be like, and she lived miserably forever. That's not really the ending I want for her. I think that going away and finding some perspective.
She's also going to go to Scotland with Eloise.
They come back as a lesbian foursome. But like Francesca and Eloise on like the far ends.
Yeah, because they're sisters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be weird because Michaela's his cousin. Is this from the books?
And also,
I feel like
her
this isn't
cousin,
in the books.
now she married in.
Well, that doesn't matter after they die. If you kill your husband, you can date his cousin. I think that's a rule in Alabama.
Guys, if you kill your husband, you can in fact date his cousin. Just saying.
I don't know if I can say that.
No, you don't want to go there. Moving on.
I have family members that have done it.
That have committed murder?
No. But divorced one member of my family and then married another part of my family and makes them my former aunt and now my cousin. Sweet home Alabama.
Yeah.
I love you guys down there. Most of you. Some of you. Not that many of you.
Yeah.
No.
You know who you are.
Oh, no. They tuned out when I said that I'm bi. They were like, what the hell?
We
lost another one.
God damn it. They had a funeral for you and everything. It was crazy.
I would have attended. Honestly, if I cannot wait to go. Chris Gore, the fucking he's a guy who thinks that he's a really brilliant writer. And he just makes fun of Disney things, thinking he's brilliant. But he's hosting a funeral for Star Wars next week.
Oh yeah, I saw.
And I want to go. I'm like gonna be there with bells on. I cannot wait for this online funeral for Star Wars. It's gonna be fucking hilarious. Anyway, let's talk about Bridgerton. Is there anything we missed? I'm really curious what happens with George and Hyacinth next season.
Yeah, I mean, right now they are both kind of like blank slates.
But I feel like Hyacinth will debut next year.
I think so.
And I hope they don't recast her like they did Francesca, because I like that actress a lot. I think she is very funny.
She looks very young.
Yeah, but if it's 2 years from now.
Oh, true.
She's good, and she's probably 16 or 17 now.
No, you're right. Like in 2 years, like
that actress.
No.
How do you spell Hyacinth? I think it's that, right?
Yeah.
Hyacinth. That's a plant.
That is a plant.
Bridgerton, actress. Like I think Florence Hunt was born in 2007. Why did that hurt so much? I should have known she was after 2000.
You're right. She's
but
like 16.
So she's 17 now.
Okay, yeah.
So she'll be 18 when they film season 4.
Yeah. Cool. All right, cool. Yeah.
I don't know. I think that they could debut her.
She was nominated.
For what?
For a SAG award.
Oh, for ensemble. That makes sense. it makes sense that this ensemble got nominated. The performances are very good. I feel like we haven't given enough credit to it. I think the performances, especially by
Mama Featherington.
Yeah,
Yep.
she really shocked me this year with how
Yep.
good her performance was.
Yep.
She's always been great.
Well
like
done.
but they gave her some really, using Penelope as a lens to kind of reframe the way she feels about her own life allowed for the character to, have some really difficult dialogue to present. And I thought she crushed it.
Crushed it.
And the line that she's always driven with her character between being kind of a villain, like antagonistic in the show,
Yeah.
but the audience has to believe that she loves her daughters. And I think that as an actress, she rode between those two things in a way that I never gave up on either. And I think that that's really impressive.
Yeah.
It's a performance that I think is underrated because the show has so many people on it that it's hard to the supporting cast of the show is so talented, and the actress who plays Lady Danbury steals so much of it. The Queen steals so much of the show.
I know.
But Lady Featherington in this season, I just thought she might have been like the secret sauce behind Penelope's Whistledown storyline, and just really delivered. And obviously Nicola was amazing as Penelope. But
while we're in LA, because I feel like we watch.
I don't know where this is going.
Well, I feel like when we're in LA, we chill and we watch stuff for funsies more often. We have to watch Queen Charlotte.
Yeah, I want to see it now, especially because Lady Danbury is a Bridgerton.
No.
By marriage, right?
No.
Didn't she marry Violet's dad? Oh, okay. I thought I understood what happened there.
Nope. Nope. No, we're gonna watch it. And then
What if
we're
Lady
gonna-
Danbury, if next season is Lady Danbury's season?
Nah,
We
she's
find her a husband.
so happy being single. Her and the Queen have the best, platonic, but, I don't know. I don't want to say time-consuming relationship.
I have a question about one thing.
Uh-huh.
That I'm just misremembering. But the king is dead now, right?
You saw the king in this season.
When was the king in the season?
No, sorry, last season. Sorry,
The king wasn't in this season at all.
Correct.
Did he die in Queen Charlotte?
Did he...
Is the king alive? I feel like they didn't mention the king at all this year. Penelope, Lady Whistledown wrote nothing about the king. There was no mention of the king. And maybe I'm just forgetting something.
I don't think...
But the queen has sons, right?
Yes.
Do we get them in Bridgerton at any point? Because I know they're in Queen Charlotte.
Yeah.
But I am wondering, at some point, does Hyacinth marry a son of the queen or somebody? It just seems that she has all of these sons, and they're not in the show. It's very interesting to me how distant they are from the Ton and the Marriage Mart when she has single sons who are 20. It's a weird element of the show that I don't really get. Unless they're married. But I haven't seen Queen Charlotte, so I don't actually know anything about them other than she has sons.
Don't worry about
it. Okay.
We'll go watch it.
All right. Well, then, yeah, I want to watch it because I think...
it is the best season of Bridgerton.
I think they use Queen Charlotte really well in the show,
Yeah.
but I could always use more of her because I think she is undeniably a star.
Yeah, she's incredible. And Catelyn Stark is in Queen Charlotte.
Oh, cool.
Incredible.
Does she... Oh, I can't. That would spoil Game of Thrones. I'm
Yeah,
trying to be better
don't
about
do
not
that.
spoiling other properties.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do
in
that.
things. Yeah, no, it was a really good season.
It's a good season.
I personally feel a little bit... Just to be honest, I feel a little bit let down by the main relationship in it, and I feel like it was kind of outshone by better storylines in the subplots.
Yeah.
That I feel like I would have actually cut some of or trimmed some of in order to allow the main couple to shine a little bit more and let them have a little bit more time together happy. Because I feel like it was just so contentious in the second half.
No, I feel that.
Their wedding was miserable.
have-
Their first time was filled with lies. I just would have liked for them to have some
I mean, they have a baby, and that's supposed to be oh, baby.
Yeah, it's a cut to. Yeah, but
yeah.
I don't know. I would have liked more time with them.
Bridgerton, I think that Queen Charlotte is definitely the best season of Bridgerton at fucking 9.2 out of 10. Incredible. But season 1, 2, and 3, there's always one or two things that I'm kind of that aren't perfect to me. Like, I think Bridgerton consistently sits at like a 7.5, 8.
Oh, I would put it higher than that.
Yeah, I feel like 80%, 8 out of 10 for me. But I think that like in season 2, the like will they won't they went on a bit too long for my taste.
Oh, I agree. I think season 2 is the weakest in like a lot of ways, other than I love Kate and Anthony so much.
And that's it. Yeah. So like I was like, season 2 had that, which wasn't my favorite, and then this, I feel like the resolution maybe wasn't exactly what I wanted. And in season 1, I think they were still finding their footing with the creation of the show. So there's like a couple, I think, clunky moments. But yeah, I'd say like this show is like 8 out of 10, pretty consistently across the board. There's some amazing highs. There's some stuff that I think, ball gets dropped or isn't my favorite, and like that is okay. You know, I feel like 8 out of 10 is pretty darn good.
Yeah, the one in season 1 that still drives me crazy is that the guy loses the bet. And so he just gets murdered. And the show, Penelope's dad, and the show moves on from that in a way that I was like, okay.
Yeah, like I said, there's a couple like clunky little things.
Yeah.
But
I'll never forget being like, wait, so he was, because you were like, oh yeah, he dies. And I was like, oh, okay. So he must die of like a heart attack. And then he gets murdered.
Yeah.
And that has never mattered to anybody, especially the Featheringtons. And I still find that wild. Like there could be a whole like CSI show going on behind the scenes.
Season 4 is Penelope becoming a criminal investigator because she finds out her dad was actually murdered, and she uses the Whistledown column to find out who did it.
No joke. That would be my favorite season of Bridgerton.
Right.
Penelope and Colin using Whistledown to investigate the death, and like and how the Mondriches are involved in that. Right?
That would get so messy.
It would be so messy.
Be fun though.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Anyways, I think the show is great. Solid across the board. Always have a good time watching it, and that's what I want. Like it makes me feel good, and I've really enjoyed reacting to it with you because it's
me too.
You know, like low stakes. We're just here to have a good time. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you. This has been fun. We might be back for season 4. I don't know.
In 2 years?
It's tough because I know that YouTube doesn't like the reaction stuff and is trying to like kill reaction content behind the scenes. And so it's one of those things where like right now I'm like, yeah, of course we'll still be doing this. I love what we do. Yeah. But there's also part of me that's like, YouTube might be like, nah, we're not going to let you do this anymore. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But if we are still doing this, we will definitely cover it because I do like the show. I care about these people.
Yeah.
Which I think, even when I say like some of the writing is clunky or whatever, I care about the Bridgertons. I like all the actors on the show quite a bit.
Yes.
I'm hoping that in season 4 they can balance it a little bit better. But still keep the charm, because the charm is still at an all-time high.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you like the video, like, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave me in comments down below, because that algorithm god is hungry, and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is...
You know what? I'm gonna say Penelope. I think she,
You said I'm gonna say as if you were, like, gonna take, like, a radical choice. And you chose the star of the season.
Well, no, I mean, like she's hungry in a way that, like, I felt like they could have had a bit more time with her and Colin there at the end.
Yeah, I remember seeing an interview where Nicola was like, this is going to be the spiciest season of Bridgerton yet. And it is definitely not that.
No!
It's kind of the tamest.
She gets fingered in a carriage, but, like, okay.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, exactly.
Who hasn't? Yeah. But there's, like, literally one sex scene in the... I guess we did get, like, threesomes.
Sure, but you didn't really see him.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious if stuff was left on the cutting room floor because they realized the finale was 70 minutes.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. It might have been an editing issue. It might have been in the scripts, there was all of the shit that they did.
And like,
they filmed it, and then when they got to the room, they were like, wait a second, what have we done?
Yeah. Which is, it happens.
Release the Snyder Cut, Netflix. He works for you now. I'm starting it. Release the Snyder Cut of Bridgerton. I want it in black and white. I want all the sex scenes in slow-mo. And I want the plot to be just...
incoherent?
Slightly longer, but not better, just longer. If you want to follow us around the internet, you can. I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Claris Polaris.
Do something nerdy tonight, y'all.
Bye.